This video is to show you how we can integrate MyBib, your Scholar or database research results, and Zotero along with Microsoft Word, and combined make life quite a bit easier for you when it comes to your writing. So let's first go to make sure we have MyBib open. Then I'm going to go over here and to look for a few items that I know that I have. Here I can download the article. It gives me the opportunity to either use ResearchGate, which I follow the authors, both Ryan and Deci, so I can find them, and it will automatically pull this to download. And I can download it into my documents and specify that it's for this specific research study, which is on the matter of intrinsic motivation, self-determination, and grit, and how they intersect. I do not really need to do that. You have probably already downloaded and found your items. But just for the sake of this exercise, I'm doing it. So I highlight a portion of the title. I usually don't highlight all of it, just enough, especially if it's big. So I'm going to go over here, and I call it my grit research. So I hit the plus on create citation. Make sure that you have APA selected. By default it will be MLA. Hit the plus sign. Since I know this is a journal article, and if you are not sure, you can go back and you can say, okay, American Psychologist. Yep, sure enough, it is. Journal. I know the authors are Deci and Ryan, so I can paste it in there and say, find this for me, please. And then it gives me an idea. It says that it's credible. It tells me this one's credible as well. They are by the same authors. It is the same year. And they are the same page numbers. So it's very likely that somebody else has entered it, and it just happens to be the same item. I hit that, and it will tell me that it's pages 68 to 78, issue 1. So I'm checking over some things. Do not just skip it and accept everything as is. As you know, in APA, you do not use first names. So as you can see down here on the preview, it's R.M. Ryan and E.L. Deci, even though they're spelled out here. It will correct that for you. The date retrieved or accessed, that is automatically put in there. It says January 28th. I do not know why. So I can click today and say, well, I found it today. So if I click on today, I've got it, and hit save. And now it's within my set here. Let's go to the theory of planned behavior, and my author's name is actually the founder of the theory, which is right here, Isaac. Not sure how you pronounce the last name. So this is the one. It's volume 50, issue, and I'm checking. It sure is same one. I have the article beside me, so that's why I was checking. And that's all the information, and I save it. It's added to my collection. In this case, I'm only going to add one or two more, just to get to the point of what we're doing. And this one is on perseverance, so you can probably see the consistency in what my topic is here. And that's what I want. Perseverance counts, but consistency does not, validating the short grit scale. And that's what I want. And sometimes it will tell me, okay, C counts right here. That's a capital C. I don't want that. Consistency, that's capital. Does not, D. Grit scale is an actual proper pronoun, so we're not going to change it. That's the actual name. And at times you will have this little sign here that says, is that correct? This should probably be capitalized, or should. It will tell you what should not. And sometimes it will tell you for journal articles, it will tell you that it should. However, usually when I get to the end and I've corrected everything else, then this goes away. I did go back and check, and short should be capitalized because it's part of the name of the scale, this assessment tool. So I want to go ahead and save this one, and then we will add just one more. And what I'm experiencing is something that happens every once in a while. They just will not show up. It's just not finding it. It's not. So we go to the bottom and we select add manually. So this is not the fun part, but it does work. So instead of putting the author's first full name in, I'll just put M, period. And then the last name is Reraki, and I want to add a new one. And then this one will be I, and the last name is Selig. And the name of the journal is, the volume number is 8, and the issue is 1, and the page numbers. Now this shows down here a display. Just tell me, okay, that looks about right. Yes, it does look right. And again, once in a while it will tell you that this should be capitalized, that shouldn't be capitalized, so forth. It's not always right. However, it does no harm to look at it because sometimes it is correct. So I'm going to click download and download Zotero. It's not literally downloading Zotero, it's downloading a Zotero file which ends with RLS. This is the extension. So I'm going to put it on my desktop for convenient access at the moment. And now I have Zotero already installed. If you are not sure where to get it, just go straight to Google, type in Zotero, and it will come up. I strongly advise you not to add the Chrome extension. It will only slow down your computer, but it's a valuable tool by itself. And once you install it, it automatically integrates with Microsoft Word. If you have Microsoft Word already opened when you install it, you have to shut it down and restart it in order for it to recognize. So my next item is I'm going to make a folder for myself. Since I sometimes do have multiple things going on, go to my library, now make one, and then call it Grit Research, just for me. That's what I want to do it. Okay, so I want to file, and I want to import. And when I go to import, I want to select the file that I downloaded. So continue, and I will see on my desktop Michael's Grit Research.rls, and open. So it has the options for me to copy files. I leave everything as it is and go ahead and select continue, and it will import those items, and then done. I do not literally have the PDF files. I can add them if I want. I can add them to each item here. Now we're going to go to Microsoft Word. I'm going to open a new blank page. Let me see, who was that author that I was thinking about? And I click on over here on I go to the top and I go to Zotero, and I select, I want to add a citation. So it's saying, well, what do you want to use? I want APA. Now it'll only ask you that, it should only ask you that the first time. So I hit go, and now I'm just type in G for grit, or GR, and there's perseverance or grit. Well, I was talking about this author. Actually, maybe the other one would be good too. So let's go with both of them. And just press enter, And there I have the citation. Now that I've made this statement, I really need to have some support for my statement. So I want to go to up here to Zotero, select Add Citation, and once I click Add Citation, it's ready for me to type in what is my citation. So I want to put in perseverance. It's already added the period at the end of the parentheses, which is APA formatting properly. When I'm done with all of my writing and I have a page called References, I want to add my bibliography. And well, there's the bibliography for the one that I have cited. If I do not cite them, they will not show up in my bibliography. However, I do have another option. I can delete that. I can go back to MyBib and I can say download bibliography, copy paste, select or click to copy. It's copied. Close it. Now I go back over to Microsoft Word and paste it. And there it gives me all of them that I used. I may not have cited them. I may have used their material and paraphrased to some degree or to a large degree. Outside of that, everything is properly done. I'm doing a double check on my titles. Theory of planned behavior, all it looks right. That looks right. These all are APA formatted properly. Okay, so that's how you can integrate. Let me get rid of this word. Also keep in mind, it copied and pasted in Times New Roman. Times New Roman is your proper APA formatting. So that's another matter, just to throw that in there. My citation, and I have my reference page so far. And I can continue doing that, and I can continue to write, and if it's something that comes out of this journal, all I have to do is type in the word grit. If it comes out of this article itself, I can type in self and it will pop up and it will automatically give the citation. That's about all there is to it. So if you need any help, as we have provided you information, you can for contacting, please do so. Don't hold back.